So here we go. I'm gonna unbox these two boxes here, see what's in them, and kind of show you guys what's in them, and we'll talk about what I'm seeing as I get it out. For these this is the disc brake kit for the early bus. So 60, is it 64 and later, earlier? I don't know when they broke the year, but it's the early bus. So does it say on it? Let me look. Yeah, 65 or 55 to 63. So 55 to 63 disc brake kit from empi. This is a new product, and I kind of wanted to put some disc brakes on the camper van because I had some stopping issues, and I went to check it out, and of course the crappy wheel cylinders I got were failing, so I just decided, well, it's expensive, but I'm going to go ahead and get a set of these. And I didn't really I wanted to make sure I kept the original wheels, so, and I don't want to hopefully these are not too far off, much too extra offset, and I didn't want to spend the money for the 4-piston calipers, because if you've ever stopped with 1-piston caliper, like my Jetta Sport Wagon has single piston calipers, and it stops super fast. So unless you're racing or something, like, you really need 4-piston calipers. It's kind of overkill. All right, so let's take a look at it. So far we got lots of peanuts. All right, so the caliper mounts look like they're billet aluminum. That looks pretty well made, actually. So actually surprising with empi. And they're anodized gray. So pretty cool, pretty nice actually. Now this is the big beef I have with this kit, but I guess I'll just roll with it. Single reservoir master, so really this should be a dual reservoir, especially when you're getting disc brakes. Then we have a package of, I guess, dust covers. Looks like wheel bearings. Looks like it's got studs for the wheels, so that's kind of cool. Stud and nut it. I don't know what else is in here, and we'll open it up, take a look. And we got 2 brake hoses. Looks like they're DOT approved SAE hose, so probably looks like decent quality, fairly well made. I've seen some of the braided ones that were terrible, so I'm going to say these don't look too bad, but like I said, it's up to you on that. I'm not sure. And we have the reservoir for the master. Well, lid's kind of cheap. I mean, if you had an original one and it worked on that master, you might want to use it. I don't know. I'm going to check that out, but this looks pretty cheesy. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's not too bad. I mean, it does have it, so. The brake pads come with shields, so noise shields, so that does help. But I'm going to check and see for what I think on the material, if it's metallic or ceramic. I don't know if I can really tell. It looks almost like a European composite metallic ceramic, but it doesn't feel like a heavy metallic, so they might be a pretty good pad. It's my guess. I guess it's a kind of wait and see on that, but I don't know if you can even see that. It's not focusing for some reason, but if you can see, they are pretty. It's kind of a, probably looks like a pretty good material. It looks like something pretty good, not too bad. It looks like it's pretty well made as far as the material goes. I don't know how well they're bonded to the pad, but probably okay. Well, the bearings are generic. Doesn't look like they have any Timken name branding on them, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see on that. That's going to be kind of a wait and see. And they come in a paper bag, so it's kind of, who knows, one of those things. They're probably okay. I bought trailer bearings like that before, and they actually worked out okay. I'm not sure what these are yet. Has a part number. And it comes with seals. Let's see if they're name brand. What comes with seals? There's no name brand on them, but they do feel kind of stiff, like they have some neoprene in the rubber, so that's not too bad. I'm not sure what these are. It seems like pretty cheap aluminum, but I guess we'll have to find out. Comes with a hardware kit. I'm not sure what caliper they used or if they made their own for the, and then spring tension pads, so that's kind of good. These little keepers here, a little cheesy made, but I'm not sure about that. Got a couple cast iron calipers with sliding mechanisms. I'll check those in a little bit, make sure. Well, I don't know if you can really tell if they slide or not, but they probably should be greased. Looks like fairly good steel or cast iron, I'm not sure. It looks like they're pretty thick here, so they should be adequate. You know, I always worry about the 70s buses. I remember they used to have a cracking issue sometimes in the early 70s. The 71 took apart a set of those once and they were cracked. So, but it almost looks like they mirrored those. I'm not sure. I won't know till I have a 71 apart next to it. I haven't had one of those apart in years. I used to drive one, and a lot of people that say, hey, you know, these don't have vented rotors. The 71 van and camper van did not have vented rotors either. And, you know, I drove one for many years back when they were near new and never had a stopping issue, brake fade issue or anything like that. That bus stopped like on a dime. So, you know, if you're thinking you need to go to the vented rotors to one up what they come with, you know, it's kind of overkill. Like I said, the non-vented rotors actually work pretty well if they're similar spec to the 71. So if you're wondering why the shipping is kind of expensive for these, I would imagine it would be. These are pretty heavy boxes. This is the one with the rotors in it. Let's take a look inside. Alright, since most of your rotors today are made in China, and this box clearly says made in China, it doesn't say made in Taiwan. In fact, everything in here says made in China. So, but if you're wondering, of course, you shouldn't wonder if it says empi. But anyway, these look like typical Chinese rotors. They're obviously made, you're not going to buy these anywhere but from empi. They're made especially for this bus. I'd be surprised if I ever wear out these brakes. The rotors are pretty thick, you know, thickness wise. So it looks to me, this is just what I think, I don't know, but it almost looks like the spec of these is for that they just mirrored the 71. So which may not be too bad as long as the calipers, they made them a little thicker, I'm hoping, and they don't have the cracking issue. Well, if it does crack, it usually lets you know pretty well that there's a problem before it totally fails. So at least mine did on my 71. So after a little press on these, the machine fit seems to be pretty good for the sliding on the caliper. So I would say these so far, they really don't look like they're too bad of a kit. I mean, I've run the bug ones, the empi bug ones, and had no problem with those. So I am guessing that these are going to be about the same. They're pretty expensive, but everything is for buses for some reason. They just figure we can afford it. I guess that's probably true. So anyway, that's it for the unboxing. I'm going to say that these don't look too bad. They actually look pretty good. So it's be exciting. I'm going to put these on. When I put them, there's going to be another video on this, on putting these on the bus. So make sure you subscribe, stay tuned, and you'll see, and then I'll drive it and I'll show you stopping distance, and I'll kind of go over that stuff with you for after. Maybe I'll do 3 videos. I don't know how I'm going to break it up. But if you're looking at these, honestly, the lowest price you can get is through CarCraft. So if you're shopping, I checked around. They're always the cheapest anyway. Everything from empi that I ever get from CarCraft is they have the lowest price. So if you're just looking around, you're thinking, hey man, even let's say that they're cheaper somewhere else, maybe they include shipping or something like that. Call CarCraft and tell them, hey, blah 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 has it for this price. You know what? They're really good people. They'll work with you, I'm sure, and you can get a decent price from them on these. And there's not a huge markup in these guys. Don't figure that they're buying them for $500 and selling them for $900 or something like that. That's just not how this stuff works. There's the margins are pretty thin. But I'm not saying that it's $900. I'm saying look on their website. Go to CarCraft's website, because when I've seen them, I saw them for, everybody else had them for about $100 more than they do. So that tells you right there, right now. But when you're looking at this video, the prices will probably be different. So I don't want to tell you what they are right now. Go to the link below, check their website. If for some reason you found it for cheaper somewhere else, call them. They're good people. They'll work with you, I'm sure. You can tell them what website you saw it at, and they'll probably match it or something like that, and get you sent out some nice disc brakes for your early van. This is the first kit that I've seen other than Weldwood for the early vans. So, and I really needed them for the early bus. I didn't need them for my late one. My late one stops like really good, but I'm still going to probably upgrade that too. There's another option for that right now, and I'll go over that when I get to that. All right, talk to you in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe.